So getting cohesion in a team. Well, I hear lots of models and formulas and blah, 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 and I get all of those models and formulas. I mean, how many really work in an organisation? I don't know. But if they make you feel better as a coach, then that's fantastic for you as well. My point is about what do these people really need? If you've got a dysfunctional team and people that aren't on board and they're not firing and there's in-office politics, you need to look at the people in that business, in that team. Are those people, how do they communicate amongst each other is a great sign. If you want to look at anybody and decide whether they're great for your organisation or not, focus on their performance with their colleagues. Ask their colleagues. Ask people in the organisation what they think of each other. It's not about trying to out someone, it's about trying to in someone and give that confidence back to the people that are what you call team players, right? They're the people that listen, aren't they? They're the people that would make the tea. They're the people that will be there for somebody else. It's interesting. We always often look outside the business for this cohesion piece, or we want people to work together. We've set this vision. I think the vision's really important. Of course I do. But look at the people that are in it right now. What do their colleagues think of them? Would they trust them? There's an interesting question. Now, you've got to decide how you ask these or survey your team and explain why you're doing it. But my opinion is if you want to build a team that can trust each other and work together to the point where they're open and honest with each other, that's when you create something exceptional. I fight for that every day, right? It isn't easy because you've got to go through the layers of conditioning of life, which are, if you're really honest at school, you get told off, right? Your parents don't want you to be honest in the nicest possible way because you're going to get told off. If you told them everything, wouldn't you? Come on, I was a son and I know that there's certain things you didn't want to say. Actually, what you want in your teams, you want people to be totally transparent and honest with each other. That is to create that cohesion. To do that, you've got to have people in your organisation that are comfortable with conflict. Not conflict where they're fighting with each other, or they're getting their machine guns out and they're taking each other out first thing in the morning. I'm on about conflict as in healthy conflict, a discussion, a debate, done in the right way. So there's even a manufactured, prescribed structure which gives people the opportunity to have those conversations, to go for a coffee, to go for a pint after work, to be able to have that transparency, to be able to share what they feel like sharing. Because more often than not, communication's at the heart of every relationship. Right. If you look at relationships that break down, and a large percentage are breaking down today, what's it to do with? It didn't start like that. You didn't go and get married on the basis that you were going to break up 5 years down the road. You got married because you loved each other. Why did you love each other? What happened? What's this honeymoon period that everyone talks about? What happens in that honeymoon period? We try a bit harder. We communicate a bit more. Why does it have to be just in a period? Surely that period should be actually getting better. Right? Because at the start you wouldn't communicate as well, would you? Because you're still getting to know each other, you're listening more, you're trying to find out more about your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance, whatever it might be. So you've got to be in a situation where you're investing at that early part. And what you tend to find is people do invest more at the beginning, but actually surely that investment should go up because you get to understand each other a bit more. So communication should get better as we go on. But what happens is that communication starts to disintegrate when people's defences go up, when people have a set of circumstances or an environment where perhaps they feel like they can't give their views, they can't be honest and open because how that person might react. And I think if you can create a cohesive team that can have those healthy debates, because the end goal is for us to work extremely well with each other to create an environment of trust. But part of that is an understanding that at times you're not going to like to hear what you're going to get told. But if it's someone's opinion, would you rather know it to your face, or would you rather those two go over there and have a quick chit chat about it? Because you can walk into any company, I challenge anyone, walk into any business today, you can smell the culture within a minute. You can feel the culture in the dialogue. You can tell the culture just from taking a step back and looking. What do I mean by that? You can see how people look at each other. You can see how people react to each other, the little things that they say. They may think, right, that they're getting away with it, but I can see it, right? And that is the difference. But you can equally see in another culture which is thriving, where people they care so much about one another. They want the best for each and every person in there. They're so committed to helping out their colleagues, and part of that process is to be really honest with them, is to share the stuff that they probably don't want to share. And doesn't that go for relationships across the board? Doesn't that go for being a parent? These are all the same skills, communication. And I promise you now, if you get that clear communication in your team, you will build a transformational team. You will accelerate your performance. But because it's the hardest thing to do, it's the easiest thing to put at the bottom of the list. Let's go for marketing, shall we? Let's go and drop some leaflets. Let's do a social media video. That's a lot easier, isn't it? Huh? I'm busy though. Huh? I'm busy tackling the easy stuff. I know there was that film, wasn't there, of a book, Eat a Frog for Breakfast. I've ate a big frog for breakfast this morning. And it's probably the one that's been sitting around for a few months, and it ain't easy. Do I feel better now? Yeah, 100%. Does that person know now what's expected? Yes. Do they know that I'm on their side, actually, with the decision that we've made? Yes, they do. So, transparency, honesty, it's all around the communication that you've got in your teams. If you can build that, trust will just go through the roof. You want that in your organisation. You want that in your relationship. You want it in your community. You want it in this fucking country, don't we? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't that be amazing? Where the Prime Minister comes out and he says, do you know what? I've really fucked up. I've messed up, right? We made a really crap decision. We were doing it with these intentions. We didn't get it implemented right. I take full responsibility. Wouldn't that be incredible? That we had a really clear vision. Everyone in the cabinet could talk to each other honestly and openly without no agenda. There's no backstabbing. My God, what do you think would happen to politics then? And I'm going to spin round at that point. God, why doesn't it happen, eh? Because it's easy. It's easy not to do it. It's easy to bullshit other people. It's easy to be fake. It's a lot harder to tell the truth, and that's what's going to build a cohesive team. So if you're not prepared to tell the truth, just carry on as you are. You will never perform at the level that you could, and neither will your team. But likewise, if you're prepared to show this video to your team and to talk openly and honestly with each other with the right intentions, you're going to start a magical journey. That's what I believe.